For example 3, we need some new vocabulary. So we're going to learn about grade here, and grade, not the kind of grades you get on your report card. This is talking about the slope of a road, often called the road grade, and it's commonly expressed as a percentage. So the steeper the road, the higher its percent grade, and this is the formula that you use for calculating it. So it's the rise over run times 100. So rise over run is just the slope. We multiply it by 100, and that will give us our percent grade. So the slope of a physical feature, such as a road or hill, often expressed as a percentage. There's your definition. Here's a little bit of information. They need to be kept to a minimum because steeper grade limits the size of load that can be hauled. So 1% grade halves the load that can be hauled by a locomotive. So imagine what a 7% grade might do. Okay, so we have example 3. So that a water will drain properly, a patio attached to a house should slope downward about 3.2 inches for every 110 inches of run. So we want to calculate the percent grade. So if we're looking at this, obviously not to scale, it should slope downward about 3.2 inches for about every 110 inches of run. So percent grade, I call it PG, is the rise over run times 100. So rise over run, well, the rise is 3.2, the run is 110, and then times 100, and that equals, let's throw that into our calculator. We got 3.2 divided by 110 times 100, I missed a 0 here, times 100 equals 2.9, and that's percent. So there's a 2.9% grade. Let's do example 4 right away. So Martin is driving his truck on the Trans-Canada Highway. There's a sign indicating a 7% grade. What is the slope of this road as a fraction? Well, now we're going to try to figure out what the slope was. So if the percent grade is equal to the rise over run times 100, and we want the slope of the grade as a fraction, or sorry, the slope of the road as a fraction, well, we're going to have to take the rise over run is what we want on its own. Here it's being multiplied by 100, we're going to have to divide by 100, so it's the percent grade divided by 100. So on your study guide, this is probably something you should have. The percent grade equals rise over run times 100. The rise over run equals the percent grade divided by 100. So that's going to be, so the slope is equal to the percent grade, which is 7 over 100. And you have a fraction right there. Okay, so that's representing it as a fraction. We want to find the angle of elevation of the road. Well, remember, the angle is just the tangent. The tangent of the angle is just this, so we can do the inverse tan to find the angle. So we know that the tan of the angle is equal to the slope, which is 7 over 100. So it's the tan inverse of 7 over 100. And if you forget that, just remember, go back to the trig that we learned. So the rise is 7, the run is 100, this is the angle of elevation. So to find that, it's just the tan inverse. So tan inverse of 7 divided by 100 is 4.004, so it's 4 degrees. So you'll notice the 7% grade and 4 degrees, it's not a 4 degree slope. It's a 7%, or sorry, it's not a 7%, try that again. It's not a 7 degree angle, but it's a 7% grade. So 7% grade is a 4 degree slope. Try that again, a 7% grade. So a 7% grade is a 4-degree angle of elevation.